Judy Drum gripped the steering wheel as she navigated through the bustling afternoon traffic. The sun glared through her windshield, making her squint as she focused on the Cadillac ahead. Her heart pounded. There was no way she would mistake that car. Her husband's beloved Caddy. But what caught her attention even more was the passenger seated beside him. Her breath hitched as she noticed Fred animatedly talking with his companion, seemingly engrossed in conversation. A sinking feeling settled in her stomach, but she needed proof. Carefully, she let a few cars slide between them, keeping a watchful eye on the familiar license plate. Dr. M4U. There was no doubt. It was Fred. 4 years. Judy had never questioned Fred's fidelity. He had always been devoted, protective, and at times, even annoyingly suspicious of her. Yet here he was, driving around with another woman. She followed discreetly as Fred flicked his right turn signal and veered into a motel parking lot. Her breath caught in her throat. Without hesitation, she took a detour, entering the lot from another entrance, circling the building to remain unseen. As she rounded the corner, her worst fears were confirmed. Less than 20 feet away, she watched as her husband stepped out of the car, straightened his jacket, and followed a stunning black woman into a motel room. The door clicked shut behind them. Judy's hands clenched the steering wheel so tightly that her knuckles turned white. Her mind raced with disbelief, hurt, and rage. After all the lectures Fred had given her about loyalty, after all the judgment he had thrown at her when he found out about that fleeting moment with Frank Brooks at a party, this was how he repaid her. Frank had merely kissed her, groped her a little in the heat of the moment, but it had been nothing serious. Certainly not an affair. Fred had acted like she had committed the ultimate betrayal, berating her for weeks, making her feel guilty. And now he was indulging in his own illicit pleasures while she played the devoted wife at home. She wouldn't let this go unanswered. No, Fred was about to learn a very painful lesson. Judy reached into her purse and retrieved her phone, setting it to telephoto mode. She activated the timestamp option and took several incriminating shots of the motel room door, Fred's car, and the license plate. Then she waited. Over an hour later, Fred finally emerged, adjusting his tie and smoothing his hair as he walked back to his Cadillac, alone. Judy snapped more pictures. Her mind buzzed with a plan. She wasn't going to act recklessly. She needed to be sure. She started her Honda and dialed Fred's office. "Hello, Mrs. Drum." Marcia, his secretary, answered. "Mr. Drum is currently out working on a client's books. He should be back soon." Judy swallowed back a bitter laugh. "How long has he been working on this particular client?" "Oh, a month and a half, maybe more. Not every day, but he says it's a very important case. And he's out of the office from 11 to 1 every day this week." "Yes, that's what he told me." Judy clenched her jaw. "Okay, just don't tell him I called." "Of course, Mrs. Drum. Have a nice day." Judy ended the call, seething. Important case, my ass. A few hours in a motel room didn't seem like working on books to her. Needing to vent, she called her best friend, Joanna. As soon as she relayed what she had discovered, Joanna sighed knowingly. "Girl, I've been there," Joanna said. "It ended in a nasty divorce." "I can't just leave him," Judy admitted. "I still love him." "Then get even. You make him see how it feels. Make him suffer." Judy chewed her lip, considering it. "I don't know. Look, if you want to stay married, you need to level the playing field. Show him that two can play at this game." Judy was silent for a moment. Then an idea formed, a plan that would shake Fred to his core. A week later, she put it into action. That evening, she brought Fred his usual after-dinner coffee in his den. They chatted pleasantly, and as he took a few sips, his eyes started to droop. Within minutes, his head lolled to the side. Judy sprang into action, dragging out the rope, handcuffs, and duct tape she had prepared earlier. She restrained him securely to the chair, making sure he couldn't escape. Then, she slipped a DVD into his computer and set it on a countdown timer. When Fred groggily awoke, he found himself bound and staring at the screen. A letter was propped in front of him. Dear Freddie, I know about your affair. Saw you. Have the photos. You've been cheating on me for months with your client. I wanted to leave you, but I love you too much. So, instead I decided to get even. Tonight I had my own fun. The DVD will show you everything. Now we are even. You have two choices. We have an open marriage or we have a messy divorce. Either way I win. Love, Judy. Fred's stomach twisted as he read. A countdown ticked away on the screen. He struggled against his restraints, panic setting in. The screen flickered, then brightened. Judy appeared, clad in a sheer baby doll nightie. She smiled at the camera. Good evening, dear. I hope you're comfortable. Since you had your little fling, I thought I'd enjoy some recreation of my own. Meet Javon and Charlie. Watch carefully. This is just harmless fun, right? Just like yours. Fred's heart pounded. Sweat dripped from his forehead as the men stepped into the frame. But before the video could play, chaos erupted outside. Flashing lights, sirens. Judy barely had time to react before FBI agents swarmed her home. Mrs. Drum, a stern voice said. I am Special Agent Johnson with the FBI. You are under arrest. For what? Judy shouted. My husband won't press charges. Your husband is dead, ma'am. The words hit her like a freight train. She gasped, her knees buckling. Fred choked while gagged. He suffocated on his own vomit. Judy's world spun as the weight of her revenge came crashing down. What had started as a plan to get even had ended in tragedy. Now, she was facing a fate far worse than a broken marriage. She was facing life behind bars.